I think we did very good in elections. I was also a candidate in Fleshett Ward. I spent most of the time in Fleshett Ward because I run the food bank from there. A lot of people knows me there, and I think overall we had tellers in most of the wards, and we had. We didn't cover all the polling station, but we had at least presence in all wards in Newham. Tellers saying that we had a very good response. We, they're saying, what you call it, the results when the people was coming out. Some people were very positive about the independent candidate, and my manifesto was very good. My pledges was very good, and these are the things was in my pledges. The Newham resident wanted actually, especially they were fed up with the car parking charges, which was introduced recently, and also people were fed up with the fly tipping all over the borough, and the new charges for the bulky waste collection. So also it's an angry vote. People were upset with the Labour Party. Labour Party has been governing this borough for the last, I think, 60 years, and they always had 100% Labour, all time, apart from the Iraq war, when they got about 3 councillors elected from respect. I would say this time we will have a change, and people voted for a change, and people did came out in numbers. In my ward, apart from the postal votes, about 2,139 votes was lost in just one vote. But I would say the result is tomorrow. Finger crossed. We'll just see.
Yeah, we'll see tomorrow. But tell us a bit more about yourself. So you're an independent candidate, first of all. Could you speak a bit about that?
I was in the Labour Party. I left the Labour Party believing the Labour Party is not for the working class anymore. Charging and implementing the taxes.
What are the business rates? What are your thoughts on the business rates in this area?
They did help during the pandemic, but business rates is going up. Council tax is going up. From the last 3 years, council tax is going up continuously, and we had a frozen council tax for previously for 10 years before this administration come into power in Newham. So people was really upset. We just had a pandemic, and it's cost of living crisis as well. Everything is going up, so the people want a council which on their side, but this council is not on their side. They think the people are angry about the taxes being introduced during the pandemic.
I think they're really feeling it now, because just ordinary day-to-day life has been affected. I'm a resident of Newham. I was born here, and even a simple thing like getting some chicken and chips or some food has increased quite dramatically.
Everything, the cost of living has gone up. Petrol, energy prices. People hasn't received bills yet, but once they start receiving bills, I know I run the food bank, and we help over 400 families every week.
Amazing.
So queues are getting bigger. So people are struggling in the borough. We've been deprived borough. It's been it's been since this borough become a borough, we are the poorest borough.
Yeah. Technically we are. In the country almost.
Yeah, I would say in the country as well, And
you would not expect it. Because, it looks good.
Yeah, it looks good.
There's a lot of people here. But today, you are visiting a local business, right? Independent business.
Yeah.
And one thing I do know, that a lot of people live here. A lot of them have independent businesses, and I feel they're really being hurt right now. They're paying taxes all over the place. The business rates, they're really feeling it, and that's why I just called you randomly.
Not many people are coming to the, especially to restaurant, but they can't afford it,
Yeah.
so they're struggling as well. Or because cost of living is gone
And
up.
they can't afford to put their prices down, and
They
then
can't afford to put the prices down,
Yeah.
and and they can't manage it with the current prices as well, because they're buying the stuff expensive as well. So I would say let's see tomorrow.
exactly, it's really good what you're doing, independent business. Like, I think what you're saying, everyone will agree with. Anyone who just uses their brain for a moment, they will agree with. They can't ignore that. But like, could you tell us a bit about what you plan to do? Like, you have a manifesto.
Well, in my manifesto, the problem is in the Newham. Newham is filthy because we don't have. We introduced the bulky waste charges, because people can't. Not everybody can afford to pay for the charges. Not everybody's got a car to take to Jingle Lane, which is free to take a visit there. So people are throwing rubbish on the streets. That's one of the reason. And the other reason is there isn't enforcement in place. We only got 2 fly tipping enforcement officers for the whole borough. We used to have 28. I think that we need 2 for each ward actually. The population is high in Newham, so we need to have at least 2 fly tipping enforcement officers. We need to have a free bulky waste collection.
Are they police or are they part of the council?
It's a council enforcement. And the other plans are I'll bring back my own enforcement if I get elected tomorrow. If there's a scheme, then if you pay for some police officers that you get, Met Police will match you with the numbers. For example, if you got 20, if you pay for the 20 police officers council pay, you get 20 from the Met Police. So if you imagine if we have a 40 police officer patrolling on the street, it will bring significant number down in anti-social behavior crime. And we had a very high murders rate in Newham. I would say our women not feel safe in the high street because of risk of pickpocketing, phone snatching. They don't use this cash point because they're scared of
Same. Everything has gone up.
Yeah. So if we have the more police presence on the street, it will bring some significant down the crime rate. And one of my pledges to freeze the council tax. So if I get elected, I said in my pledges, I will freeze the council tax, which is attractive to the residents because they're paying high taxes now.
Yeah.
So for 4 years, because at least during the pandemic, we can help to the residents.
I understand.
So that's one thing. And the other thing in my manifesto was I won't take the London living wage. I think I will take the London living wage only if I get elected as a mayor, because at the moment current mayor is taking. She's I think one of the highest paid mayor directly elected.
Really?
Yeah.
So I just want you to repeat that. So if you're elected, you will take the London minimum wage.
Yes.
And you can do that because I'm assuming you work for yourself.
I work for myself. I work as a legal advisor in a solicitor firm, and also I've got a property I can rent, so I've got money coming from rental income. So I don't need that much money. The money can be used for the other good reasons. And if I get, it's one of my pledge for if I get elected as a councillor, I will donate my councillor allowance, which is about £1,000 a month. I will donate it to the food bank which I run. So it also shows that I am, I'm for the people.
Amazing.
So I'm not in for money.
Yeah.
So these are my pledges. So people like that. So that's why I'm hoping to.
That's amazing. It's been an absolute pleasure to meet you. But I'm going to ask you one question, right, before you finish. You freeze the council tax, right? But somewhere along the line, you have a plan to reduce it.
4 years to freeze it. If we do feel it is necessary, then we'll see after 4 years. I will not increase the council tax during my first term if I get elected. The other thing is, I think the Newham Council has got substantial amount of reserves, which is I think over 500 million pound of reserves. So we can use the reserve to fund our services. We don't want to cut the services. We will keep the services, and we don't need to cut them.
But what, vital services or just any service?
All services, I would say. We don't need to cut the services. We need to invest in the services to maintain the level of the services. We wanted to help the people in the social care, and we wanted to. That's what my pledges are. I wanted to get the free bulky waste collection. So obviously it's going to cost them money, but it's not. It's costing them already. If you work out, people they're picking up from the streets. It's costing them as well.
Yeah.
And they're only making a very small amount of money to introducing the tax, and it's encouraging people to throw on the street. So the last was abolished the first car permit, which was always been free in Newham.
Yeah.
It was only been introduced during the pandemic.
During the pandemic, I remember. Yeah.
So it was very unpopular to see it from the Labour Party, I would say. So I will abolish that because I believe that we're paying twice for the same reason.
Yeah.
We got ULEZ as well. Either our cars are compliant with the ULEZ, or we're paying for the ULEZ charges. So why do we need to pay for that?
I think they're just taking money from us. That's a very good point because before the first car was free, if you had an additional vehicle, then you paid a small fee, right?
Yeah.
But what people seem to overlook is that what people seem to overlook is that a lot of the people who live here, they have strong family units.
Yeah.
You have mother, grandfather, children living in the same place, and they live in the same house. They share the resources, but they might have separate vehicles to go and work, and to be penalised for that, I don't think that's right.
No, I don't mind charging for the second car, but the first car should be free. I think it's a necessity. It's not a luxury. A lot of people I know that they use the car for their work, or maybe to commute to the work.
Yeah.
So it's a necessity. It's not a luxury. Okay, second car we charge for it. Yeah, and I think it's not fair if you got a driveway and you don't have to pay the taxes. That means if you're rich, you don't have to pay, and if you're poor, if you're parking your car on the street, you have to pay for the charges. So that's why I wanted to abolish that charge, and also I wanted to give it 2 hours free parking for every resident who's got a permit. And it's not something new. We already have.
They do it in other boroughs.
Other boroughs, Redbridge have that scheme, and Tower Hamlet have that scheme. So it's just giving people a peace of mind. If somebody wants to go to see their relative or to pray to the mosque or the temple or church or Sunny Olive, one wants to go, so they can park their car and do their prayers and come back. So these my pledges is very popular in the residents. So I'm hoping for the best results.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Mr. Mirza. Thank you very much.